Well, that was a year. But, hey, it was also a pretty productive year. And I thought, you know what? Why not take you down a little walk along the stuff that I have painted this year, like in person painted nothing. I think I did like one digital paint. One. There was a few digital stuff, but one digital painting that I'm really proud of. That if you're on my Instagram, you'll probably see that. It's the Magneto one. The "Are you a God fearing man?" scene from the first X-Men movie. But yeah, so this year, at the start of this year, I started taking a painting class. I have been doing that for 2 semesters now, and I have quite a few. This is my self portrait from the first semester. I don't like it. This little area here, too pinched. It's not like, I don't know. I'm not super happy with it. But my self portrait from the second semester, much better. Much more my style, I think. Much more me. I also did a lot of art, like a lot of sketches and stuff of Exodus and Minthara. Exodus from the X-Men comics, Minthara from Baldur's Gate 3. But this is, I think, the piece that I'm the proudest of when it comes to Exodus. And then the piece that I'm the proudest of for my dear Minthara. I love her. She's terrible. We did some landscapes for painting that landscapes are fine. They're not my cup of tea, but I think they're important to do, especially en plein air as we did it. Oh, that was fun. So this was the landscape from the first semester. Let's see if, there we go. Hi. And then this is the landscape from the second semester. Got some water in there this time. This one was at the garden that is at my local college, the one that I'm going to take these classes, and this one is at a park that's nearby. And the park was lovely. I got to see a lot of dogs. Not that that was the most important thing that I was doing there. But we also had an assignment alongside those two landscapes to do kind of smaller, more abstract ones. And this is what I did. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. This is what I did for... This is one of them. And then this is the other one that I did for that. Clearly not super abstract, but look at that closer. You can see the mountains there. I didn't use entirely all oil. Some of it was ink. The mountains were ink. The mountains, these lovely things, complete accidents. You know, just following the Bob Ross school of thought. In the first semester, we did a little tiny master study. This is based, let's see, St. Francis Contemplating a Skull by Francisco de Zurbarán. I'm not even going to attempt an accent on that one. Sorry. This is actually, so the original that this is based off of is probably one of my favorite paintings just ever. It's got a very quiet, contemplative mood to it, and I am just deeply in love with that. I've done a couple of portraits just on my own. Here's one of them. Don't know who it is. It's just a guy. We have some stuff we did. So for both semesters, we did this thing called blur paintings, where the professor gave us a really blurry picture to start out with, and we would paint that really blurry picture, and then the next week we'd get one that was a little bit more focused in, and then one was a little more focused in. I did two. One from the first semester and then the one from the second semester. The first one went to a friend, so her and her family have that. But I still have this one. I don't remember who the picture was by. I'm really sorry about that. The teacher told us, and it just left my head so quickly. Let's put that there. We did still lifes. My still life from the first semester turned out fine. You can tell what everything is, but it does kind of have this sort of radioactive green sheen to it, I guess you would say. Not really happy with it. It's also, if you get really close in on it, you can kind of see like really fuzzy edges, and just, it's not, especially with the flowers, I was not happy with it. I mean, I was happy enough with it that I turned it in. Not that I really had much of a choice, but I was relatively fine with it at the time. It's just, not my best work. And then my still life from last semester, which again, I don't think I like still lifes. It's not as bad as landscapes, but it's not like the most enjoyable thing for me. I like painting people. I prefer painting people. And this is not a people. But man, look at that cloth. I really struggled over that cloth. And of course, I do have some works in progress that I'm doing. So that one's still wet. Oh, another little portrait that we did for the abstract things. Another one for our little abstract unit that I do that right side up. There we go. Figure it out on your own. There's meaning. I'm sure you can find it. You're smart. But I do have some works in progress that I'm really excited about. So the first one is this. It's going to be the scene from X-Men 97 when the politician lady, I don't remember her name, she's blonde. She's giving a monologue about how Magneto was right, and I love that scene. So I wanted to paint it, and that's what's happening here. There's going to be a little Magneto right there. And I have an Exodus diptych that I'm working on. It's going to be 2 panels. This one has nothing drawn or painted on it. This one I have just barely started. But it's going to be arranged like that. And it's going to be Exodus and then Eobard Garrington, his best friend. Let's put it like that. And I've got another Exodus that I'm working on. He is unfortunately my muse. There's nothing I can do about that. But I do have another Exodus that I'm working on. He's going to be more dynamic when I really get working in on it. But this is just kind of getting the groundwork down. And come here. Behold, my easel. It's very fancy. Another portrait that I'm working on. Oh, whoa, that is a bright sunlight. Behold, heaven has arrived. Give me 5 seconds. Is that better? That's much better. Okay. Hi. Here's the portrait. I anticipated this being done this year because I started it in the summer, and then it's not done. It's not done. The hair is a little too, still too much of a shape and not, hair. The hands are not hands. The cloth right here is not identifiable really as a cloth. It's just a shape of color. So there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. Plus I need the mirror to look more like a mirror and less like just a chunk. But I am really happy with where this is heading. It's turning out really, really cool. I have this here. This is going to be Exodus and Garrington again because, like I said, Brainworms, he's my muse. I can't help it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one turns out, though. Very clearly still, And then there's this guy. which I don't know. Should I don't see it as particularly explicit, but who knows what filters will see. What is art? What makes art saucy as opposed to just art? Ask the people trying to censor the David. Yeah, that is a very small amount of my year in art. Here, this one I'm actually really, really proud of. There, you can't tell that there's two people there, so I do need to work on that. I need to rework the two figures here, but there are two people there hanging out in a field. Really happy with that one. It's been a year. It has been a year. For the most part, I think a good one. But the end, man, it really fumbled it at the end. I'm not looking forward to what I hope are just the next 4 years, as opposed to what they are trying to do. I'm really hoping I can manage. I'm really hoping we all manage. Because no matter who you are, no matter your persuasions in life, you deserve to live a full, dignified, happy life. And I hope that we all get that. Some of us won't. And those of us who don't, we need to hold in our hearts and in our memories. And we need to fight to ensure that future generations don't have to deal with the crap that we're dealing with. Sorry to end on a downer note, but hey, it's been that kind of year. Here's to hopefully seeing y'all in 2025.